Hey, welcome to that Goat Metal Show. Today we're covering a couple of DVDs for metal. This first one is a movie called Until the Light Takes Us. It's a documentary about the second wave of black metal, basically focusing on the murders that had happened in Norway. It's pretty well done. A lot of old school archival footage. You're gonna get to see a lot of classic bands like Mayhem, and there's also a bonus disc that has friends from Dark Throne giving a lesson about black metal. Overall, a pretty good DVD, worth checking out. The next one is the New York Hardcore Chronicles film. It's by Stones Films, a New York City hardcore documentary, and it was well done. A lot of old school footage going back from the 80s to the 90s, going up to now, and also a bonus disc with certain outtakes and a section called Into the Pit, which is a documentary about moshing. There's also commentary by the director Drew Stone. Definitely worth checking out. The next one is a documentary about the band Death by Metal. This won a couple of awards at a film festival, and basically it runs through the run of Chuck and Death, the band. Very well done. A lot of talking heads in it and a lot of music. Pretty good about the influential death metal band that set the pace for old school death metal and technical death metal to come. Very good film. One of the final ones for the day here is Lords of Chaos Blu-ray. This is the uncensored director's cut. It has the Blu-ray and the DVD. It stars Rory Culkin, and it chronicles, the death of Euronymous and the whole black metal thing that happened back in the 90s. I think it's directed by the drummer of Bathory, and it won awards at Fantastic Fest and Sundance. It's entertaining, definitely worth giving a shot to check out. As far as the book of the week, is Choosing Death: The Improbable History of Death Metal and Grindcore. This is a highly recommended book put out by Decibel Magazine's Albert Mundrain. There's also a foreword by John Peel, and there's nice artwork. The book is put out by Bazillion Points, and they say that it's the complete gruesome anatomy of death metal and grindcore, now reborn with new chapters, vivid color, and repulsive excess. This is, I think, the second printing of the book. There are a lot of photos, like essential discography, breaking down by the years, articles, pictures, demos, EPs, 7 inches, a couple of color photos added in, some old school flyers, interviews, talking heads, breaking down everything from the 80s going all the way into the 90s and beyond. I really enjoyed reading this book. I gave it a second read recently, and there's a lot that you can miss. You could take notes and look back. Critical point of death metal at its height. Highly recommended. Once again, Choosing Death: The Improbable History of Death Metal and Grindcore by Albert Mundrain. And that's the book of the week. That's it for this episode of That Gold Metal Show. Don't forget, in October, we have Napalm Death coverage from the Bowery Ballroom coming soon, and more metal shows. And don't forget about That Gold Metal Show merchandise, which you can get off Facebook.